Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain you the topic trigonometric functions. So the trigonometric functions are sine theta, cos theta, cosec, tan theta, sec theta and cot theta. These are trigonometric functions and how they are related, correlated each other. Let us see. First I am going to consider a unit circle. I'm going to consider a unit circle. So unit circle means a circle having a radius 1 unit. So let us take this is x-axis, this is y-axis and it is origin. Okay. And this is 1 unit, this is 1 unit, this is 1 unit and this is 1 unit. That means a circle of radius 1, or we can say that unit circle. Now this point, what are the coordinate of this point? If I have represented it by A, then this will be 1 comma 0. Clear? X coordinate is 1 because this is 1 unit, and y coordinate in x-axis will be always 0. Now if I have taken this B, then this coordinate will be x is 0 because it is a point in y-axis, and y-axis length will be 1. So this is 0 comma 1. Now let us draw this point C. What are the coordinate? X-axis, that is -1. Okay, this is before 0, so it is always representing -1 comma y coordinate will be 0. Similarly here x coordinate is 0 because this is a point in y-axis and this is towards the negative y. That means it is minus of 1. So these are the four coordinates of which are represented here. Now let us take this is a simple form that we have to take this x coordinate in cos x. X coordinate is always cos x and y coordinate is always sin x. Clear? So we can clearly see that what is the value of cos x here? 1. Okay. And sin x is 0. So we can say that here, from here we can say that this cos x is equals to 1 and sin x is equals to 0. If I have considered this coordinate a equals to 1 comma 0, then cos x will be 1 and sin x will be 0. Okay. So when this x cos value will be 1, it is always up at point pi by 2. Wait a minute. It is 0. And sin 0 will be 0 at x equal to 0, means theta equals to 0. So this is the way of writing cos and sin. So similarly we can see that sin 2n pi plus x will be always sin x when n is belongs to set of integers. Clearly we can observe this. Here sin value is 0. After revoluting 2 pi, after completing 2 pi, I reached again here and the value will be same 0. So we can generally say that sin 2n pi means when I have put it here n equals to 1, we get 2 pi, 1 complete revolution. Put n equals to 2, we get 4 pi, that means 2 complete revolution. Again reaches at a point A. Then the value will be same, that is sin x. Similarly for cos also, cos 2n pi plus x is always cos of x, where n is again belongs to set of integers. Integers means positive, negative and 0. All are integers. Now there is one more thing. If I am going to take this sine of x equals to 0, generally sine of x will be 0, then what are the angles? X is always an angle. So what are the angles at which the sine value will be 0? This meaning is clear to you. That's if sine x equals to 0, that means what are the values of x at which the sine x will be 0. So clearly from this diagram, let us represent this. This is the sine coordinate, y coordinate. So here it is 0 That means angle will be 0. Now reaches here. Here is angle will be pi. If I have started from this point and revoluted this half circle, then this is pi angle. This will be pi. So at pi, sin x again will be 0. Then complete this revolution. Then we get from this started. Okay. So we get 2 pi. After completing the whole revolution, we again reaches this point, and here it is also 0. Not We are not taking this and this, because at these points, what are the sign values? Sign value is 1. Here sign value is -1. Clear? So at this implies x equals to n pi. That means integer multiple of pi will give always sin x equal to 0. What is this? Integer multiple of pi. So here x is always an integer multiple of pi. Let us take n belongs to set of integer. Clear? Sin x will be 0 when x is equals to pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi, 6 pi, likewise. So we have written n pi. 0 also, minus pi to minus 2 pi. In all the places, the sin x will give 0. Now let us take for cos x. What is cos x? When cos x will be 0, see here, this first coordinate is cos x, here it is 1. So do not take this, here it is 0, okay. So what is the angle? This angle is pi by 2. So at x equals to pi by 2, cos x will be 0. Now let us take another where it is 0, here. Here it is 0. So what is the angle this? This is angle 3 pi by 2. So the x will be pi by 2, 3 by 2. Similarly, I can obtain this 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, likewise. Okay. Even I can take negative also, like minus pi by 2. These all angles where the cos x value will be 0. What is negative? I have already explained that if I am taking the angle in clockwise direction, then the angle will be negative. So here in general I can write x is equals to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. This is the general formula where n is again belongs to set of integers. So we can say that odd multiple of pi by 2. When x is an odd multiple of pi by 2, the cos x value will be 0 always. Clear? Okay. These two things, I think it is clear. There are mainly 3 properties which I have already explained you previously. If you have any doubt, you can go through the link also. I have given in the description that sine square x plus cos square x will be 1. This I have given a proof also to in the link also. In the description link, you can go through it. And next identity is 1 plus tan square x is equals to sec square x. And 1 plus cot square x will be cosec square x. So these are the 3 identities which is already proved by me in the linked below description. Now let us take, okay, these two things are clear to you, but what about 10? 10 is having a period pi only, so pi plus x will give again 10x. Clear? This sine and cos period will be 2 pi. After 2 pi, their value will be same as it is at x equal to 0. But in 10, it is pi. Also, you have you see the diagrams. You see a graph of these function. The graph will be like in this form. This is a graph of sin x. At x is at 0. This sin x will be 0. Then again at pi, this is 0, and at pi by 2, it is 1. It is 1. Similarly, and the graph of cos x will be at x equal to 0, the cos value will be 1. So here it is like this, and now it is continue in both sides, it is symmetry, and this value represents pi by 2 because cos pi by 2 is 0. And then 10 pi graph will is different, it is pi by 2, then it is something like that. Means its period will be pi. Clear? Now what about the quadrants? What are the quadrants? So we already know that when we are taking x axis and y axis, then this is called first quadrant. This is called first quadrant. This is called second quadrant. This is third quadrant, and this is fourth quadrant. Clear? Now this in first quadrant, first is cos. So cos will be positive here and sine is positive here. So we can say that in first quadrant cos and sine both are positive. You can draw a table also so that you will make it clear, very clear. Let us draw this first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this is fourth quadrant. What is the sine and cos? What are the signs of sine and cos? So in the first quadrant we can say that sine is second coordinate, so sine and cos both are positive, so these are positive. In the second quadrant, x-axis will represent the cos, that means cos is negative here because this is negative and sine is positive. So sine is positive and cos is negative in second quadrant. In third quadrant, this is negative and this is also negative. So both are negative. That means in third quadrant sine is negative and cos is also negative. In fourth quadrant, this is x-axis which is positive and this is y-axis which is negative. So this is cos. Cos is positive and sine is negative. So this is the table of representing the coordinates. These are quadrants, and these are the signs of sine and cos. Thank you so much.